Well, look who it is. This is who they send? This is an insult. What'd they tell you, Vito? Take care of me and all's forgiven? You really think they're just gonna let you walk after everything you did? Then again, chumps like you never do think about the big picture. But your buddy Joe understands, don't you, Joe?
What the fuck is this?
I could ask you the same question.
Loyalty's a funny thing, huh, Vito? No such thing as friendship in this business. Didn't your old pal Leo teach you that while you're sucking his cock back in the can? You're just a fucking pawn, Vito. So all you have a word. When are you gonna realize that?
Joe, you just gotta trust me.
You think I give a shit about the feds? All those tired old fucks on the commission? They're using you, Vito. Just like Clemente used you. Just like I used you. Just like that rat fuck Henry used you. You vouched for that piece of shit. Brought him into my house. And now, you dumb fuck, you're gonna pay for it. Now, Joe.
Hey, if you're gonna pull that trigger, do it already. I couldn't sleep. Things were bad, and they were only gonna get worse. The truth was gonna come out sooner or later. And then we were gonna have Falcone after us, along with the Chinese and Vinci. This wasn't how I imagined it when we were starting out. I dreamed of money, cars, women, respect, freedom. I guess I ended up getting all that, more or less. But along with it came prison, living in constant fear, and the blood of my friends. I ducked it as long as I could, but it was finally catching up with me. It was all just a matter of time.
Hey guys, welcome back to Mafia 2. Okay, you just saw the setup for chapter 15. So yeah, the phone is ringing. Let's go ahead and get this going.
Yeah, hello.
Vito. Yeah, it's Eddie. Listen, I need you to...
Let me guess. You need me to come by right away, and I should bring a gun.
For once I don't. Carlo wants to see you over at the planetarium.
Did he say what it was about?
No, better head over there now, though. Don't want to keep the man waiting. Yeah, see you, Vito.
Uh-oh. That's ominous. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some clothes. Pick our usual outfit. That's the bathroom. Okay. Let's try the actual door. Okay.
Mr. Scaletta, can you get in, please? Hey, old man, what are you doing back?
Just get in the damn car. Now.
And you are...
This is our friend, Mr. Chu.
Alright, so what the hell's going on here? What is this?
This is about you. You fucked up good, didn't you? Started a fucking war.
Got no idea what you're talking about.
Don't fuck with me, boy. I've probably forgotten more about this business than you'll ever learn. Half our guys are dead, half of Mr. Chu's guys are dead, and now the feds are breathing down everybody's necks. Because of you.
Leo, listen.
You listen. If it wasn't for me, you would have already been taken care of. So you're gonna listen to what I have to say, and you're gonna listen good. What you did in Chinatown, that was because of that cocksucker Henry, right? You know who he was working for when he died?
You mean when he was butchered?
He was working for the feds. He was a fucking rat. That's why Mr. Chu's people did what they did. And that's why the feds are going after Carlo now. But I don't forget my friends, Vito. You did for me, so I did for you. I called in a few favors. Got you one chance to make this right.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're gonna get rid of Carlo. It was all a fable.
And if I refuse?
You die. Frank and the rest of the commission want you dead. So does Mr. Chu. And to top it all off, you vouched for a rat. You think Carlo's gonna let that slide? You're a dead man walking.
When?
Now. Every minute we wait is another minute we give to the feds. He's holed up at that observatory of his. You know something's up. Carlo Falcone is a lot of things, but stupid ain't one of them.
All right. Stop the car.
Remember, kid, this is your last chance.
Okay, we gotta go kill Carlo. Kill Carlo and Falcone. Why would they not bring me to the observatory? I don't understand. What are we doing out here? What the hell? We're gonna need a car. Can I borrow this?
Vehicle theft in progress. In pursuit of suspect. Roger that.
Go away with that. Okay. Head to the observatory. I don't understand why they couldn't at least get me to near the observatory. Why did we have to go like all the way out here? But sure. Extending the gameplay. This is by the way, guys, the main game finale. Now, of course, we still have all the DLC to do, so don't worry, we're not done with Mafia yet. But this is the final mission of the main game. We do have some collectibles to get. Just missed my turn. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. Okay, we do, yeah, like I said, we do have some collectibles to get. There's 4 Playboys in this mission. So the last couple of missions have been tough, especially that last one that we did. I'm expecting this one to be tough as well. No getting around it. We're at the end of the game, and we're on hard, so, you know. It is as difficult as it gets, but... we'll see. So far, nothing has risen to the level of alien infiltration from the first game, so... God, I hope it doesn't get that hard. The last mission was close. There was a minute there where I thought, there's no way I'm getting through this. I had to do that about a dozen times to get that mission done. Okay, there's the observatory ahead of us. Alrighty. How are we doing? Oh, we have 6 bullets. Okay, that's not gonna work. Ah, okay. Going over here.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Vito.
boss wants to see you.
Good. I want to see him too.
One thing though, Vito. I gotta take your gun.
Yeah, all right. Here you go.
Or not. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Vito, get down, get down, get down. Okay, I'm immediately in bad trouble. Stop that, please. Sheesh. Why can't I reload the gun? Shooting at me. Hey! Rude. Oh, there he is. Stick your face out of there. We're good? Okay. One moment, please. Gotta collect some ammo. Guess we're full up on that one. Alright, moving in. Yeah, I was assuming we were going this way, but I guess we're not. What are we doing here? We're going upstairs? I'm confused. Doesn't make any sense. I must be going upstairs. Jeez, guys. Damn. Oh boy. Oh boy. tell me, buddy. You tell me. Sit down. Saw you in there. Stop that. Okay, jerk. Okay, apparently we gotta go downstairs. And there's our first Playboy. Okay, cute. Here's number one. Alright, hang on just a second here, guys. Alright, I wanna make sure I know where the second magazine was. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Cool. Alright, now apparently, if we go to the right of this... No, I'm confused, but what? I hope... What? Right to the left of it. Oh, he said right, he meant left. Okay. I think this is the deal. Either that or... No? There should be a magazine up here. Let's go to the right of the entrance. Don't really know what he's talking about. Oh, maybe this way. Okay. There we go. Very pretty. Okay. 1 second, guys. Let me get my next one. I think the next one's not too far away. So let's move on. Hopefully this is a checkpoint coming up here, so... That looks like a checkpoint. Nice. We made it this far. there's your third magazine. Okay, very nice, very nice.
Are you moving?
Jeez, this guy. Okay. So what if we go upstairs? I guess we're supposed to go downstairs? Rotates telescope. Why do I want to do that? I mean, sure. Jerk. Stop shooting at me. Jeez Louise. Crap, there's a lot of guys back here. Less now. You dead yet? Stop that. I know you're back there. Did he go down? Not really sure if he went down. I think I saw his gun fly up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't hit me with a shotgun from back here, fool. You people done? Man. Guy's got an army. Okay, checkpoint.
Wow, look who it is. This is who they send? This is an insult.
Hey,
What
Carlo.
they tell you, Vito? Take care of me and all's forgiven? You really think they're just gonna let you walk after everything you did? Then again,
No.
chumps like you never do think about the big picture. But your buddy Joe understands, don't you, Joe?
What the fuck is this?
I could ask you the same question.
Loyalty's a funny thing, huh, Vito? No such thing as friendship in this business. Didn't your old pal Leo teach you that while you're sucking his cock back in the can? You're just a fucking pawn, Vito. So all you have a word. When are you gonna realize
Joe, you just gotta trust me.
You think I give a shit about the feds? All those tired old fucks on the commission? They're using you, Vito. Just like Clemente used you. Just like I used you. Just like that rat fuck Henry used you. You vouched for that piece of shit. Brought him into my house. And now, you dumb fuck, you're gonna pay for it. Now, Joe.
Hey, if you're gonna pull that trigger, do it already.
What are you waiting for?
Vito. Let's shoot this cocksucker.
Remember what we talked
On
about,
three.
Joe? You're gonna throw all that away? Do it!
2.
Now!
Right on, Joe. Right on.
He's right there, shoot him!
I don't know where Joe is. Oh, that's Joe.
Damn it, somebody kill these two psychos!
It's Joe.
You dumb bastard, you don't stand a chance. You can't kill them all.
It's a good.
You really
Hey,
are
hey, hey,
insane,
hey,
aren't
hey.
you?
There's too many people all over the place around me. I can't. No, you gotta be in front of me. There's no way I can have people all behind me and stuff. Shooting Joe.
God damn it, somebody kill these two psychos!
Oh, that's Joe. God dang it. Okay, the guy in the white suit is Joe.
You dumb bastard, you don't stand a chance. You can't kill them all.
I feel like I can.
You really are insane, aren't you? I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
Oh, this is tricky. Joe, you keep watch on my back, please.
I gotta do everything myself. Do I? Come on already! There's only 2 of them!
Gosh dang it. Come on. Stop that. Alright, that guy's down. Did you get him, Joe? Where's the dude we're after? Hang on a second. Okay.
this? Reminds me of my prohibition days.
Joe, get out of the way!
You know something, Carlo? For the last 10 years, all I done was kill. I killed for my country. I killed for my family. I killed anybody that got in my way. But this one's for me.
Fuck you.
Fucking prick.
Uh-oh. Please don't end the mission. Okay, good. Leave the observatory.
I sure
Alright.
as hell hope you know what you're doing here.
Don't worry, I took care of it. You'll
Alright,
see.
the last Playboy. There you go. Ladies Man, find all the Playboy magazines. Very nice.
So, what was he talking about back there?
Nothing. He made me an offer. That's all.
Yeah, I figured out that much. What kind of offer?
He wanted me to whack you. Said he'd make me a capo. Give me my own crew. You know, pretty much everything I ever wanted.
Yeah? So why the hell didn't you do it?
Remember that $5 you owe me?
Okay, guess we leave. How do we get out?
What the hell is this?
It's all right, Joe.
Is it done?
It's done.
All right, then. Looks like a celebration is in order. Come on. Let's head to the cat house.
Sounds good to me.
Come with me, Vito. There's more we need to talk about.
All right, we'll see you over there.
This doesn't seem good.
All right. So what's the big secret? Hey, what the hell's going on? Where they taking Joe?
Sorry, kid. Joe wasn't part of our deal.
Uh-oh. I don't like this. Is that the end? That's the end. Okay, tough nut. Made man, finish him. Oh boy, we're gonna get the music. I might have to mute this, guys. Okay, well, there you go. We'll let the credits run. I probably will take the music out, so sorry about that. This is gonna be very silent. But what are you gonna do? Okay. That last mission wasn't so bad. I managed to do it without dying too many times. Just that front, really that front area was the tricky bit. And kind of where people surprised me. Like I wasn't expecting people to be there. Because it didn't take too many shots to kill you. Like 2 to 3 shots and you're dead. So if somebody snuck up behind me or jumped out in front of me without me knowing they were there, that was about the end of that. So, but other than that, I mean, it wasn't too bad. The second to last mission was really the one that I struggled with, going into that warehouse and trying to kill Derek. That one took me a lot of tries, and but yeah, this last one wasn't as bad. Anyway, we'll let the credits run. When we get back into the game and into the menu, we'll go over the collectibles. So you know, use the timestamps if you want to skip over the credits. And we'll yeah, we'll do that at the end. My review of the whole game, yeah, pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, nothing bad to say. It was challenging a lot of times. The combat was very unforgiving. But that's, you know, to be expected on hard, I suppose. I have no real idea of how it would have gone on normal. So, um, yeah, maybe it would have been a little easier. I mean, obviously, it would have been easier, but you know, maybe not quite so unforgiving with the combat. So all these people, I suppose, were on the wanted posters that we collected. I don't remember where these where this game was made. New kids born during development. Production babies. Okay, guys, we got some extras. So let's go through family album. Huh. Interesting. Okay, we'll go into that in just a minute. I don't have any idea what that is. Let's check out the collectibles. So we got some new Playboys today. We'll give those one last look. Number 42. There she is. Numbers 43. 45. There should be one more. Oh, there you go. 39. I missed 39. And there you go. That's all the Playboys in the game. Of course, wanted posters are the same. Artwork. We got a new painting. There's Vito. Alright. Posters. There's a new poster. Mafia 2 Vito again. And we got our last pinup. There you go. Okay. Something about family album. I don't know what this is. Oh boy. Vito Scaletta. Vito Scaletta came to America from Sicily as a child, learning about poverty firsthand in Empire Bay's Italian ghetto. He watched his father work himself into an early grave and soon decided that life inside the law wasn't for him. Growing up on the streets, Vito crossed paths with Joe Barbaro, a loudmouth bully who eventually became his best friend. Vito and Joe were the brains and the brawn behind 100 petty crimes, all the while watching the neighborhood's wealthy gangsters and dreaming of the good life. Now an adult, Vito is determined to make something of himself at all costs. Joe Barbaro. Joe Barbaro is a career criminal and lifelong friend of Vito Scaletta. Brash and unpredictable, Joe can seemingly make trouble out of nothing. As a child, Joe was the neighborhood bully. He met Vito and the younger boy offered to fight him for a place in his gang. Over the next 10 years, the two of them made a great team. Rational Vito keeping wild Joe in check as they enjoyed a life of petty crime. These days, Joe lives large. Strong booze, fast cars, and loose women. Moving up the criminal ladder is the perfect way for him to feed his vices. Henry Tomasino. The son of a Sicilian mobster, Henry Tomasino was sent to America in 1931 by his father to escape Mussolini's crackdown on the Sicilian Mafia. Upon arriving at Empire Bay, Henry came under the protection of a family of friends and ruthless mob boss Alberto Clemente. Now a full member of the Clemente family, he is regarded as a loyal soldier and respected hitman. Henry is reserved and has few friends. His sole motivation is pride. Mrs. Scaletta. Vito's mother, Maria Scaletta, has seen tough times. She came to America with her husband, Antonio, and their 2 children seeking a better life. Instead, America brought little but poverty and hardship. She watched as her husband's will was broken through years of toil and alcoholism, and as her son turned to a life of petty crime. Devoutly religious, Maria has faith that God will save her family and steer Vito to an honest life. Now a widow after Antonio's death, Maria still lives in a small family apartment with her daughter, Francesca. Mr. Scaletta. Antonio Scaletta married his wife Maria in the Italian-Sicilian village of Santa Martino in 1920. Their daughter Francesca arrived 1 year later, soon followed by Vito. In 1932, Antonio and his family made the long journey to America. Arriving in Empire Bay nearly penniless and unable to speak English, Antonio accepted work and housing from a union boss, Derek Pappalardo. Trapped in a vicious cycle of back-breaking labor and extortionate rent. Whew. Antonio grew distant from his family, and as he turned to drinking, his dreams shattered. He drowned at the South Park dock in 1943 after falling into the water, apparently drunk. Francesca Scaletta. Francesca Scaletta is Vito's older sister. A shy and quiet girl, she graduated from high school with honors and has run the church youth club since she was 16. Francesca tried to steer Vito away from the local street gangs when they were young, rewarding him with candy for doing chores and attending church. Now that they're older, all she can do is pray. Francesca, or Frankie as Vito called her, lives at home with her mother, supporting them both with her bookkeeping job at the Traga Oil Company. Eric Riley was born in Empire Bay to an Irish immigrant parents in 1918. He grew up in Millville working with his father, servicing trucks for Trago Oil. Eric married Sarah Collins, the daughter of Trago motor pool boss, in 1936. After the wedding, Eric was rarely at home, stumbling in late at night after drinking with his delinquent friends and often verbally and physically abusing his wife. She left him after 2 miserable years. Eric lost his job and soon after now earns money working occasional bar shifts and dealing marijuana. Martin Santorelli was born in Empire Bay in 1933. His dad worked as a projectionist in the huge theater in Midtown, so Marty watched a lot of movies as a kid, especially gangster films. Marty dreamed of a life in the mob, and his teens took him to hanging around Freddy's bar, just like his childhood neighbor and role model, Joe Barbaro. He now runs errands for Joe, delivering messages, collecting winning bets, and waxing his car. He nags Joe to let him come along on some of his jobs, but Joe sees Marty as a kid brother and too naive to get involved in serious business. Okay, Mafia. Eddie Scarpa. One of the most dangerous men in Empire Bay, Eddie Scarpa is a jovial sociopath. Once a Moretti family hitman, Eddie now runs many of Carlo Falcone's rackets out of the Maltese Falcon restaurant. Born in 1908 in Tambara, Eddie fell in with organized crime at an early age. He and Carlo met while smuggling liquor into Empire Bay during Prohibition. When Carlo became the head of Moretti, now Falcone, criminal family, he wanted to reward Eddie, so he appointed him the owner of the cat house. The two are still close friends, although Carlo secretly views Eddie as a liability due to his poorly concealed drinking problem. Luca Guarino. Luca Guarino is a capo in the Clemente family, a position to which he rose after entombing his predecessor in the foundation of the Culver Dam. Always meticulously presented, Luca tries to mask his crude nature with an air of sophistication, although his ignorance always shows through. He was involved in Clemente's bootlegging operation during Prohibition, and afterward attended to some of the family's more grim tasks at the Clemente slaughterhouse, where his ruthless nature drove him up the rank. Derek Pappalardo. Federico Fat Derek Pappalardo is a Vinci family capo and head of the local chapter of the Longshoremen's Union. He started working in the docks as a strikebreaker in 1916. It was his involvement in dockyard smuggling that led him to his introduction to the Vinci crime family. After spending 2 years in prison for embezzlement, he played a prominent role in Empire Bay Vinci-Moretti War in the early 1930s, after which he was rewarded with his current position. He then married Frank Vinci's goddaughter, bringing him further prestige. Derek is a vulgar, violent, and greedy perfectionist, perfect attributes for his job. Carlo Falcone. Carlo Falcone arrived in America in 1913 and quickly fell in with the Moretti family. He ran their bootlegging operation during Prohibition, working with Eddie Scarpa to run alcohol from Canada. Carlo secretly conspired with Frank Vinci to assassinate Marso Moretti in 1933, bringing the Vinci-Moretti war to an end and taking control of the Moretti family himself. An apt strategist and modernizer, Carlo has no time for Sicilian mafia traditions. He recognizes that the mob got rich through Prohibition and that they need a similar revenue stream to stay at peace. Alberto Clemente. Alberto Clemente is head of the Clemente crime family. After killing a Palermo police captain for his uncle Silvio in 1920, he fled to Empire Bay. There, through his uncle's underworld contacts, he eventually made big money smuggling liquor during Prohibition. He was approved by the commission to start his own family in 1929. Though powerful, Clemente's gang is still seen as second-rate by the other families. This is mostly due to Clemente's crooked business practices, even by mob standards. Frank Vinci. Frank Vinci is the long-standing boss of the Vinci family, arriving in Empire Bay in 1908 with a close friend, Leo Galante. Vinci quickly set up extortion rackets in the Italian immigrant community. His gang ruled the city for the next decade. Frank operates discreetly, having close ties to politicians and police. When Prohibition cash dried up in the early 30s, tension between the Vinci and Moretti families erupted into full-scale war. This conflict cost Vinci his underworld primacy, but he remains a powerful advocate of traditional mafia values, especially when it comes to drugs. Leo Galante. Leo Galante is a consigliere to Frank Vinci and the mastermind behind the most successful criminal organization in Empire Bay's history. Upon arrival in 1908, the pair set up the Vinci family. Leo strategized and Frank provided the muscle. The pair took control of the Southport docks in the early 1920s, which made for easy smuggling of alcohol during Prohibition. Leo's passion lies in sports, especially boxing and horse racing. For 20 years, Leo ran the city's biggest bookmaking operation. He was arrested for fixing fights in 1943 and sentenced to 5 years in jail. Stephen Coyne. Stephen Coyne is an enforcer for the Vinci family. Steve grew up in a rural Berkland, moving to the city at the age of 16. While being arrested for battery, Steve badly beat an EBPD officer and was sentenced to 10 years, of which he served 5. It was in prison that he started working as muscle for fellow inmate Derek Pappalardo, a relationship that continues till on the outside. Steve can never be a full member due to his Dutch-Irish heritage, but he became the family's most trusted associate after he assassinated rival boss Tommaso Moretti to end the Empire Bay mob war. Brian O'Neill. Dipton and Kingston are two of the eldest districts in Empire Bay, and the O'Neill gang that rules these areas has a long history. Brian O'Neill is the grandson of Jimmy O'Neill, head of the Empire Bay's once powerful Irish mob. The O'Neill clan first settled in the city near the early 1900s. Brian has his own ragtag gang of flunkies and employs them in rash and violent criminal acts. Smash and grabs, burglaries, muggings, and holdups are Brian's specialties. Anything where his brute force and limited intellect can earn him the cash for a night out and the company of the city's many prostitutes. Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong holds the rank of enforcer in Empire Bay's Triad Community Organization. He operates out of the Red Dragon restaurant in Chinatown. The young Zi-Yun Wong came to America as a forced labor on a ship smuggling opium. He escaped when they made port at Cape Peak and headed east to Empire Bay. Penniless and unable to speak English, he fell into servitude to the Triads. He moved up the ranks slowly, guarding opium dens and eventually masterminding their smuggling operation. He killed his cousin for stealing a shipment of opium, proving his loyalty and thus earning his current position. Antonio Balsamo. Antonio "Tony Balls" Balsamo is an aging Mafia soldier in the Falcone crime family. Tony has worked for the Falcone family for over 20 years. He was once Tommaso Moretti's personal driver and was badly injured when the car bomb killed Moretto in 1933. Since then, he has spent most of his time working at the Falcone family's protection racket. His most recent assignment is to protect the family accountant, Harvey Beans Epstein, and the secrets he holds. Greaser. Street punks known as Greasers first appeared across America in the early 1950s, named after their slick-back hairstyles. Greaser interests include motorcycles, hot rods, and rock and roll. Rebellious troublemakers, Greasers are the dirtier side of the rock and roll generation, barely organized, tough delinquents with attitude. Greasers in Empire Bay are led by ex-U.S. Army tank engineer Billy Bones Barnes, and hang around the garages and vacant lots of Millville, racing their cars, drinking alcohol, and partying. Okay, City Album. Mike Brewski. Mike Brewski runs the junkyard on Riverside. Ostensibly a mechanic, Mike is a career criminal, having served 2 brief prison terms in his early 20s for involvement in Lost Heaven bank heists. After his second stretch, Mike moved to Empire Bay and used his stash earnings to open a junkyard. Mike runs various scams, trading in stolen auto parts, fencing stolen goods, and allowing the mob to use his junkyard to dispose of incriminating evidence. Harry. Nathaniel Harold Harry Marsden III is a gun nut who sells black market military ordnance out of his basement shop in Kingston. He served 6 years in the U.S. Army and fought in France in World War II. It was in Normandy during a nighttime visit to a whorehouse that Harry earned a discharge when he poked out his left eye on a branch while climbing over a fence. Upon returning to Empire Bay, Harry worked with some army contacts to get his hands on surplus ordnance. In between studying military history and drinking with his fellow war vets, he supplies weapons to various organized crime elements in the city. Bruno. Bruno Levine is a mob-backed loan shark based out of the small office in Southport. He sits at the top of a network of loan sharks in Empire Bay and is officially sanctioned by the Commission. He lends mob money to small-time sharks, crooks, and businessmen, charging extortionate rates of interest and backed up by mob muscle. He is fair insofar as he treats all debtors equally. He will honor his side of any bargain to the letter, but expects the same in return. Numerous stories exist of those who have failed to pay Bruno back on time. El Greco. Andreas El Greco Karafanatis is an expatriate Greek doctor. He provides discreet medical services to Empire Bay's Mafia families. El Greco studied medicine in London and originally served as a doctor in the Greek embassy. He was transferred in 1927 to the office of U.S. Ambassador in Empire Bay. El Greco was dismissed from the embassy 3 years later after a dalliance with the ambassador's wife and went on to private practice. After being handsomely rewarded for saving the lives of a number of gangsters during Empire Bay's Vinci Moretti War, he began offering his services to the underworld. Giuseppe. Giuseppe Palmenteri was regarded as Italy's most talented forger and safecracker, renowned by the underworld and police alike. He often worked directly for the Sicilian Mafia, including when he helped break 13 notorious gangsters, including Alberto Clemente's uncle Silvio, out of Palermo jail in 1917. When Mussolini rose to power, Giuseppe relocated to Empire Bay, where he once again began providing illicit services to the city mob families. Now retired, Giuseppe is a friendly old man with no known family, who lives only for his craft. Freddie Mascione. Freddie Mascione is the bartender and proprietor of Freddy's in Little Italy. Freddy was a speakeasy during Prohibition, funneling alcohol smuggled by Alberto Clemente to thirsty customers and enjoying protection from Clemente's gang. After Prohibition, Clemente capitalized on Freddy's gambling debts to buy into the bar, funded a refit, and opened it as a bar and restaurant. Freddy's now plays host to the day-to-day operations of the Clemente family, in addition to laundering money from Clemente's protection racket. Jack Olivero. Who's this guy? I don't know him. Jack Olivero is the bartender at the Maltese Falcon, one of the classier restaurants in Empire Bay and the base of the Falcone's family operations. Jack worked for Eddie Scarpa during Prohibition, running alcohol out of Tambaro. When Jack was arrested for smuggling in 1928, he refused to cooperate with authorities and did his time. He was rewarded with his current job by Eddie and Carlo upon his release. These days, Jack is happy to work at the bar in the Falcone and turn a blind eye to the daily traffic of mobsters, money, and contraband. Okay. Sidney Penn. Sidney Penn, or the Fat Man as he's widely known in the Empire Bay underworld, is a crooked businessman and former associate of Alberto Clemente. Clemente bought stake in Penn's Empire Bay cab company in the late 1920s and began laundering his bootlegging profits through the company. The two fell out when Penn opened a distillery in Sand Island in 1939 and refused to give Clemente a piece of the action, assuming the evidence he had against him would keep him safe. After his men killed 2 would-be hitmen sent by Clemente, Penn stepped up his personal security. Okay, well, there you go. There you go, guys. It works. Okay, we did this. Okay, yeah. Very nice. There you go. We got 36 out of 47 achievements. We didn't get the platinum, but I don't really care. 100%. There's the number I like. 32 out of 32 artwork, 50 out of 50 Playboy, 189 out of 189 Wadden posters. There you go. I spent $165,000 out of 109,000 made. Ended up in debt. Yep, there you go. Ten minutes spent with the Playboy article. Nice. All right, gang, there you go. We are done with Mafia 2, the main game. Of course, we do still have the DLC. Betrayal of Jimmy, Jimmy's Vendetta, and Joe's Adventures. So we're not done with Mafia 2 yet, guys. We are done with the main game, but we're going to go on to the DLC starting next week. So should be fun. All right, gang, we are done here. So we will stop here and we'll pick this back up in the next episode. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.